Onmoscoso. Just after 6 o'clock this morning, officers were dispatched to the 100 block of Inglewood Drive for a welfare check. The caller, on the initial, when they called our dispatch, told our dispatcher that he had hurt someone, then hung up. Approximately 2 minutes later, he called back saying that he might hurt someone and that he found the stairway to heaven. So the dispatchers put the call out as a welfare check, possibly a mental health disturbance. So EMS and police were dispatched to the location. When officers arrived, they were met at the front door by a male who saw the officers arrive, quickly shut the door and went back inside. Shortly after that, he opened the door again and met the officers, and at this time he let the officers into the house. The officers followed him in, and shortly after they discovered a male who was lying in what appeared to be a pool of blood on the floor. Officers were able to take the male into custody, and EMS came and checked on the victim that was laying on the ground, and he was discovered to be deceased at that time. Officers did a protective sweep of the house to make sure there was no other victims and or suspects in the location. Once they discovered that the scene was secure, they came out and contacted our homicide unit. Our homicide made the location, and now they're working on a warrant to go in the house and do a more thorough search of the house. That's what we have right now. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, was it apparent how the person died?
It appeared to be he died of stab wounds.
And what is the relation between?
We don't know the relationship at this time. The victim we know is a 30-year-old Hispanic male, and we're trying to identify who the victim is. I'm sorry, the suspect is a 30-year-old Hispanic male, and at this time we're trying to identify who the victim is and what his relationship is to the arrested person.
So the suspect lives here?
The suspect lives here, yes.
Sounds like going through a mental health episode, possibly.
Possibly. Our homicide unit is on scene, and they're interviewing different neighbors and just trying to get information. Once they get the search warrant, they're able to get a better search of the house. Maybe we'll be able to identify who the victim is, and then we'll be able to kind of start the investigative process on that end.
I know it's early, but do you guys know if you've been here in the past to this house for calls?
I don't know, sir, but we'll look in. Our homicide unit will look into all that. Calls for service to this location before.
Where was he in the house, the victim?
He was in a room. Since the officers just did a protective sweep and then came out, we're not going back in until we have that search warrant. So I don't know what room he was in, man. Okay.
Thank you guys.
Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll do it in Spanish if you want to give him a.